Stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's called to order. Item number 4.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the December 14th meeting.
I'll second that. Motion to approve the December 14th meeting minutes by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Hall. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye.
I abstain.
Item 5.
Make a motion to approve item number 5 is listed on our agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 5 on the agenda, approve and ratify the cash disbursements and electronic payments. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 6.
Make a motion to approve item number 6 is listed on the agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 6 on the agenda, approve the seminar requests and or payments. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 7.
Make a motion to approve item number 7 is listed on our agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 7, ratify the hiring of Michael Keogh of Lake Winola, the open full-time hourly position of the IT position. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 8.
Make a motion to approve item number 8 is listed on our agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve the hiring of Sarah Welch of Montrose to the open full-time hourly union position of Assistant Director of Elections, Voter Register. Questions or comments?
Now, who's the director? She's the assistant. Who's
No.
the-
Sarah?
Sarah Ray Sison.
You mean 2 Sarahs we have?
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 9.
Make a motion to approve item number 9 is listed on the agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 9 on the agenda, approve the hiring of Jerry Miller from Shopin to the open full-time hourly union position of Domestic Relations Intake Officer for the recommendation of President Judge Legg and Domestic Relations Director Ray Bell Taylor. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 10.
Make a motion to approve item number 10 is listed on our agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 10 on the agenda, approve the transfer of Keisha Carmen of Montrose from the temporary position Clerk of Courts Administrator to the union full-time position Second Deputy Clerk of Courts Office for the recommendation of Christine Jones for Thonotary. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 11.
Make a motion to approve item number 11 is listed on our agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve the hiring of Terry Wickheiser of Montrose, the open full-time position, Union Finance Enforcement Officer for the recommendation of President Judge Legg and Domestic Relations Director Ray Bell Taylor. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to approve item number 12 is listed on our agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 12 on the agenda to ratify and accept the resignation of Gerald Daly, caseworker from Children and Youth. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 13.
Make a motion to approve item number 13 is listed on our agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 13 on the agenda to appoint Lori Robb and Michael Kowalewski to the Susquehanna Extension Advisory Council. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 14.
Make a motion to approve item number 14 is listed on the agenda. I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve the contract with Jones Kohansky and Company for the years 2016 and September 2016 and December 31st, 2016 for fees and services. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye.
Make a motion to approve item number 15 is listed on the agenda. Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 15 on the agenda, approve the contract with Jones Kohansky for the years ending December 31st, 2016, 17, and 18 for services. Questions or comments?
So they're auditing what, financial statements?
They audited our financial statements.
Do they also audit impact fees, the Act 13 funds?
No. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 16.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 16 is listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve the contract with MCM Consulting for professional consulting services for January 2017 through December 2017. Questions or comments?
And they're consulting for what?
They do our work for our 911 center. They consult for our 911 and also apply for the grants for the 911.
So they're getting paid, what, $5,546 per month for consulting?
Yes. They also do all of our switches. They do the design work as far as the infrastructure of the courthouse, as far as technology.
And did you have them last year?
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item 17.
Make a motion to open for review the sealed bids for the refuse service. They were due in the chief clerk's office by noon yesterday.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to open the sealed bids. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
We have Phoenix Waste Services.
Letter open.
Phoenix Waste Services, sample for each dumpster, 8 yards 205, 6 yards 150, 2 8 yards is 205, 1 8 yard is 205, and additional 75. Let's see what Jules says. Joe's is 130, 120, 280, 35, 155, and 35. So that's by far the cheapest so far. This is Waste Management. Theirs is 157 for the 8, 136 for the 6, 288 for the 8, 24 for the additional, 157 for the 8, and 24 for the pickup. Rates will fluctuate a few dollars per month due to changes in fuel rates. Okay, well, that wasn't part of the bid process. We will take and have it reviewed by our solicitor, and then we will award it at the next meeting.
Who was the lowest price that you could see from that group?
The lowest price right now overall would be Joe's Disposal. All right, public comment. Public comment? Yes, Vera.
Okay, I'd like to know if you've read the draft for the New Milford Township Air Ordinance, which sets air emission limits and imposes a human health risk assessment requirements and requires continuous emissions monitoring. So have you had a chance to read it? It's several pages. And what do you think of it?
I have read it, and I have forwarded it on for people to review it and to give me comments back.
And who did you forward it to, for people?
Forwarded it to DEP and some legal people.
And who are the legal people?
No, that I will not disclose at this time.
So any other comments from any of the other commissioners? Have you read it, or what do you think of it?
I've read it also.
Mary Ann?
Alan said that he forwarded it, and I didn't forward it to anyone, so I'm just waiting to see what they have to say. Thank you.
So you don't have a personal opinion?
Not right now.
So I just want to say that I appreciate what the New Milford Township supervisors worked on, and with their solicitor, Tony Brickell, and that they came up with, also, of course, other consultants, other legal consultants that came up with this air ordinance. And there's going to be a public comment period, January 12th, at 6 o'clock at the township building or their garage. And people who can read this, it's online on the Facebook for New Milford Township office. And you can see the copy of it, you can read it and make any comments, any suggestions. So we have citizens that are reviewing it, we have citizen groups like SCAN and others who are reviewing this to see if anything can be improved. Otherwise, I appreciate what's been done, and that this could be setting a precedent, you know, for the whole state, because it's something that the citizens requested, and then the supervisors responded and were willing to go through with it and spend several months on it. So I think it was, it's a worthwhile project so that we can protect the citizens. And right now, do you know anything new on Tyler Corners? Have they given any new information since
There's nothing new.
Nothing new since they backed out?
Right.
They withdrew their application?
They didn't withdraw it, they put everything on hold.
They put everything on hold in September, I believe,
Right.
of this year, so we haven't heard anything from them.
No?
And I don't see their consultant, one of their consultants here, who used to be here all the time.
No.
No, she's not here. Okay, so, and then I was going to mention the new EPA report. Have you seen the new EPA report on hydraulic fracturing for oil and gas, the impacts to the water cycle on drinking water resources? The study that they finally did that took several years, this is their final report. Have you had a chance to
I
look at
haven't
that?
had a chance to review that one yet.
Now, the EPA report actually indicates now more definitively that water impacts happen from the process. And they give several instances or ways that it can impact our water. And some of it, of course, we may have known, and that would be well integrity, if there's any casing failures, which we've had throughout the county, and also spills and unlined pits, but there's several others also. So they're saying, and they included Dimmick, also Texas and Wyoming, to show that there's impacts, those areas that had very severe impacts. We have several townships with all kinds of impacts of water besides air from the 47 compressor stations that are spewing out toxins hourly in our county by the tons every year. So also I wanted to ask, you know, Act 13, Eugene Pasquale, the Auditor General of our state, put out a report saying that there were discrepancies in the use of Act 13 funds.
No, he didn't say there was discrepancies.
What did
What
he
he
say?
said was that he felt there were questionable issues, and we answered this at the last meeting, and he's entitled to his opinion, and he's wrong, and that's okay.
Now, did he say anything about, since I wasn't here the last two times, but did he say anything about your Susquehanna County's use of impact?
The only thing he questioned in Susquehanna County was the purchase of a vehicle for the district attorney's office, which complies with the regulations, so he's wrong again.
So that's the only one he questioned?
Using funds for salaries at the jail, which is another legal thing to use it for, so he's wrong on that one too.
So
Those
you're
are the two
saying the
things.
Auditor General is wrong on every
Yep.
instance that he questioned?
Absolutely. Now, but if you read the whole report,
Uh-huh.
which I'm sure you probably didn't do, but if you read the whole report, you'd find that his issue is not so much with the counties. His issue basically is with PUC, and that they haven't defined it to a point where it's very clear as to, and very specific. The legislators made it very broad and gave us a lot of latitude to use it in the best interest for the taxpayers, which is what we've done. Unfortunately, the Auditor General doesn't agree with that. Of course, the Auditor General was against having these funds in these counties to begin with, and also was behind the scenes in 2015 when they tried to take the money away from this county. So he will be happy when they can get all $1 billion of it in Harrisburg, so they can do with it what they please, and none of it comes back to any of our counties.
And what I wanted to ask, since the EPA report came out with more definitive water impacts and their statements now in the final report, we have dozens of families in our county and several townships that are suffering with water contamination, and they have to either get their own water or they have to go pick it up, or they have to have it delivered, or the gas companies are delivering to them. Is there anything in the impact fees where we can help these families who are suffering since 2009 with their water issues, that they can have some funds for water deliveries and use some of that? That to me is truly an impact to our water, and that they can have those funds, some of it to help pay for their deliveries, to help pay for there's a truck in Dimick that's being used to pick up water, to help pay for that. And that would be an impact to me, that truly an impact, as opposed to paying salaries, or as opposed to buying a vehicle or anything else, software, pension plans, or anything else that's been used.
Is there any other public comment today? Okay, wait for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.